Happy Thursday.
It is Thursday.
So today we're sitting here on this beautiful cold Texas January day. Sun is out. I have to say, this is one reason why I love Texas, because in many of the northern states, it's just, the snow is beautiful. I love the snow. I do. But I also really like a sunny day where our cold is like 60 degrees,
Yeah, that's nice
55.
for
Th-
sure. I don't like it when it's 65 one day and then the next day it's like 90
Yeah, it's not good for your sinuses. But I love that. I like that it's not cold and rainy and dark outside
right now.
right now. Well, but we have some days, but they go away pretty quick. Like in Oregon, you'll get a lot of cold, rainy, overcast days and
No,
day
I
after
need the
day.
sun.
Okay, I don't know if I'm just in a different place in my life or if I'm just starting to learn better, but I said this a few weeks ago. I said that during the wintertime, by the end of by the end of February, I kind of feel like I'm in this funk, like this overall funk where it seems dark and gloomy. And I haven't quite felt that this year. So I don't know if the weather's just better, or I'm exercising more consistently, or because I'm eating a much cleaner diet this January.
I mean, personally, I think we're another year, or we're in a year through the huge transition of our move. I mean, we're getting settled into our home, we're finding our new lifestyle, we're getting used to our environment. Everything's just kind of slowing down a little bit because last January we were 2 months in our new house. It was nuts.
I know.
Had COVID, had the freeze. It was
Oh man,
crazy.
it was crazy. The freeze messed us up. It really jacked us up because it took so many days to recover from not only the trauma of what the heck just happened. Was this like an apocalypse, or did China do something to our
Did I not
weather?
have all my food prep ready?
Um, was it Biden? You were just in office. Yeah, I mean, all these crazy thoughts are just running through your head. You had all the conspiracy theorists going wild with their thoughts on it, and then then it's like, hey, man, it's Old Farmer's Almanac. It says it was bound to happen sometime. But we were so scared that the pipes were going to be frozen. But it turned out that the neighbors or the neighborhood turned off the water into the entire neighborhood to save our pipes. But we
Oh
didn't
no,
know.
we had all the pool pipes were busted, all the garage pipes were busted. It was $7,000 worth of crap.
Oh, well, I didn't pay for that,
Water,
so I
yeah,
didn't
yeah, I
really
remember that
notice.
vividly.
Oh, well, I thought it was I thought it was more on the house though. That's what. But are you really, it was that much?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, well, I didn't pay attention.
Good God.
Well, so today I wanted to talk about happiness before success. And I was thinking about this the other day. Some of our best times of our life was when things were very simple. And I feel like we're in a place in our life where you are successful in your company, I've been successful in mine. We've been able to pay off debt, put money in savings. We have money for groceries each week. It's comfortable. We're doing good. I feel very blessed. And but there were times where those things were not that wasn't the case. We were very much
Living
in,
paycheck to paycheck.
yeah, very, you closed
Didn't know
down
how
your
we were going to get
company.
into the next day. Looking at our bank accounts on Friday as negatives and hoping that Monday came around sooner because we didn't have any money for the weekend.
We had 2 babies at home. The only way we were going out to dinner is whenever I would go on Craigslist, or no, I would go to a garage sale and find something, and then I would turn around and sell it on Craigslist for a lot more expensive.
That was the only time I loved it when you did that. I was like, baby, go make us some.
I know.
Go find a gym in somebody's trash.
But I think
Come bring
about
it home. Let's make it into something.
But I think about all those times in our lives where we stayed true to choosing to be joyful and choosing to be happy, regardless of what our success was in that moment. And I'm so glad that we went through that, because it was so humbling, and it taught us how to be simple. And I know that everything that we have now can go away. It can go away at the drop of a dime.
Yeah.
And at any moment, we have to be prepared. I mean, I'm not going to live like, pessimistic, but I'm just saying I don't want to be emotionally attached to the things that we have, like the things. You know what I mean?
The material things. I mean, we learned how to lean on each other. We learned how to walk through a situation with an attitude of joy and appreciation that, hey, it's going to get better. Let's keep moving. Because effort and attitude to me are the two things you can control. And we never stopped putting effort into getting through the next day. And we always tried to pull each other into the right attitude. Because if we were both in the wrong attitude, we were miserable. And if one of us would say, hey, stop thinking that way, stop doing that, let's go. And we were a good yin and yang for each other.
One of the things that I loved that we did, and I still want to continue to do, is we would dream a lot together.
Drink a lot?
No, dream.
Oh,
Dream.
we can do that too. Drink and dream.
Well, basically, what that means is Trey and I would just drive around neighborhoods. And I mean, we were in a small little house in Spring, and it was right off of I-45 and the Hardy Toll Road. And I mean, it was a very affordable, inexpensive neighborhood. At the time, it's gone up since then, but at the time, we got that house really inexpensive. And
Yeah, we did.
but we started to grow out of it, we eventually we wanted more, and we would drive around neighborhoods and just dream like we're
Well, and also the industry I was in, I would go into neighborhoods and go to new home closings. So I was always going to new homes, not necessarily new build homes, but just homes that just closed off the MLS, and seeing people move in, seeing new construction, seeing remodels, seeing these beautiful properties. And it was like, hey, let's drive over here. I want to show you this house I saw today. And we would have those visual dreams of, hey, when we get to this point, I want something like this. And it just kept that effort there because it was like, I want that. I want to keep driving for that.
But one of the things that I would tell someone is whenever you have a dream about something and you want something, you don't look at it as if you're not going to look at that and say, oh, I don't have that, and have a negative emotion.
Or until I get that, I can't be happy.
Yes. You want to look at it and go, wow, yes, one day that's where I'm going to live. One day this. And you actually feel it. You feel that emotion that you would feel if it was already there and present in your life. And this, to me, was the most profound thing. When we lived in April Sound, one day I realized, holy crap, the lake or the cove that we lived in in a cove on Lake Conroe in April Sound. And that particular cove, you and I drove along that cove with our boat and our like crankety boat with no tags on it.
Boat. It was just
you know how many times we had to have that thing that had no tags on it. Does it still have no tags on it?
Let's talk about the cove.
Okay. So anyway, we'd be on that cove, and remember we said, okay, if we ever move to April Sound, we want to live in this cove.
I remember that.
We said we want to live in this cove, and we would just
didn't realize that until after.
We one day took the boat out. We're driving home on the lake to go back to our house in the cove, and I had a deja vu moment, and I was like, oh my gosh, we said we were going to live here. But when we said we were going to live here, we didn't say it as if, oh, I want to live here. I want to live here now. And then just be upset. We actually said it with a smile on our face and happiness, knowing that one day it would happen.
Yeah, we looked in April Sound for well over a year, knowing we weren't qualified. We weren't in the position. And even we found all these different places we would have loved to have jumped on, but we weren't able to. So we knew when we were able to and we found what we wanted, we knew exactly what that was because we had been envisioning it and dreaming about it and looking for it.
I think the biggest thing for me is I have to have a dream board, and I created my dream board.
On the dream board.
I created my dream board this week, and you know, I did. It's been you are so unobservant sometimes.
Where's it been?
It's sitting on my desk,
in
like
your
behind.
Office?
Yes.
I don't go in your office.
Okay, well, you should go in my office sometime. Step inside my office.
Normally, the dream board is where the family can see it.
Well, this one is my dream board, but our we can make a family dream board too.
It's all about me.
Dream board can be anything. I mean, you could write out what it is that you have for your goals or dreams, or you could print a picture out of off the computer, or
we would print the pictures or cut it out of magazines.
Yeah, something like that. So it's anything that you want to have in your life or have or do, and you put it up on your dream board. And when you're living each day, is it bringing you closer to your dreams or far away? So if your dream is to be able to move into a different house one day, or have a better property wherever it is that you want to live, are you going to keep spending money like crazy on frivolous things that are taking you further away from that goal? So if you have it in front of you, then you are more likely to just on a subconscious level move towards that direction. This is not, I've heard some people talk about this as like an occultist type thinking, where you to have a dream board,
Really?
Yeah. No, yeah, but it's not. It's actually just about having the things written in front of you, because otherwise we forget. We go through life and there's lots of things that happen, and our emotions and our thoughts are true energy. And when we are just in the right state where our emotions and our energy are flowing in that direction, it's like things just happen so effortlessly. When things are meant to happen, they will happen.
Yeah.
And if
But your thoughts are purposeful.
yes,
The effort is what becomes
there has to be
the
some
flow with
action.
your thoughts.
Yes, there has to be some action behind it.
But we've been doing that way since we've been together. I mean, that's how I remember when we were dating, we were laying in bed talking about, the white picket fence and wanting 3 kids and, all the things that we would want when we got married. I mean, we've always been dreamers,
Yeah.
both of us.
It's interesting because we always said that we wanted a house on the lake, but yet we always wanted a house with lots of trees and a big porch and
The
like
wraparound
space. Yeah,
Lots of
space.
space.
And here just one day, here came the house, and it was at the perfect price and at
The perfect time.
perfect time, perfect location, and it was absolutely effortless. And Trey and I have been really good about putting God first in many of our decisions. We've definitely done most of those moments without asking or praying about it, but we've gotten better, I should say. And when we
Gotten
found
more
this,
patient to ask,
yeah.
wait, and receive.
Well, when we saw this house that we're currently in, we went outside on the deck and out by the lake, and we held hands and we prayed and we said, God, if this is where you want us to be, please open every door. And it was like
And they flung open.
they just and just flew
Flung?
open,
That flung open?
flung open.
They flew open.
They
They
I don't
flung.
know,
It was past tense.
flung.
Sorry, Mom.
So anyway, you may be somebody who is pessimistic, or you may be married to somebody who is pessimistic rather than optimistic. And being a more positive person, it can be learned. It's a learned behavior.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I would say for me personally, it's been learned. Good Lord. It was learned.
Hope your mama ain't
She's
listening.
probably gonna beat me. My mom's an English teacher, by the way. So it had been taught to me through athletics and through my parents at a young age that you set your goals. You set your goals, and then you put together your plan, and then you work your plan to achieve your goals. And that those steps right there goes into any aspect of your life of how your effort matches your attitude to reach what your desired goals are. And that's just the way it's been for me with shoot ever since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then coming in with you mimicking that in your own way, because you didn't come from athletics, but you were just this joyful, happy-go-lucky, always just looking for the positives in everything. You can't be pessimistic around something like that.
Well,
so even when I
you.
would try, it was like you would just bring it right back over to the half as glass full.
Now
glass is half full.
I also completely underestimate how much time I have, or overestimate how much time I have.
Oh, you underestimate how much time you have.
Underestimate? Is that underestimate?
Yeah, because you try and cram everything into.
Well, I just don't think of all the negatives. So I think everything is possible.
I could do this. And I'm going to do this.
So I'm like, hey, Trey, let's do this, and we can do this. And I know, let's go up to Maine, but first we'll stop by Seattle before we go down to Mexico.
We start planning a trip. I got to let her get all that out. Okay, well, this is possible. This is possible. That's probably going to be.
But you know what, Trey? This goes to show my belief in you,
Oh.
because I think that you can make it happen. So I don't think of any of the.
Hey, you paint
obstacles.
the picture. I'd try and get us there.
So I would dream about it. Okay,
But
being
what I'm saying is we're a good team.
we are a good team. Are you tooting your own horn? I'm tooting our horn. Beep toot toot. Oh, that was a beep.
Stop tooting over
This
there.
is a live podcast. Okay. All right. So the possibility of no. Let me back this up. Relationships is truly what life is all about, and building our relationships with our family. And during, like I said, during those times where we had to be happy no matter what was going on with our finances or where we thought we were going, having relationships with our friends, with our family, and with our children was amazing and some of the best times of our life. And I was listening to a TED Talk recently, and the
TED Talk or TikTok?
TED Talk.
TED Talk?
You know what TED Talk is?
I think I've seen it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like TED and Red. Like
Yes.
TED.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was a woman on there, and I forgot her name, forgive me, but she quoted Jim Rohn, and Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker and amazing author. And he said that you're the sum of 5 people most in your life. And I remembered this TED Talk I'd seen a long time ago, but I wanted to look it back up this week because I was thinking about this. I had an epiphany moment this week. I was talking to you about some things that I had some ideas about, and you were not in that space to hear what I said, and it caused a big argument. Doesn't matter what. That's you know what, you don't have to analyze it.
I'm just trying to remember.
You're
when
looking up, right, and you're
I was
thinking.
trying to think about.
Yeah, you're thinking. You don't. That doesn't matter.
Okay.
The situation doesn't matter. It's the outcome, right? Okay.
Continue.
So
I'm intrigued.
this moment where I stated something that I wanted to, what I wanted to do, you were not in the right state of mind emotionally or physically, whatever, it doesn't matter, where you wanted, where you didn't receive it well, right? And it turned into an argument between both of us. And it was a big argument. And I realized in that moment that I was basically trying to make you into either my peer or my coach at that moment, or maybe my cheerleader.
So what you were doing was wrong.
So basically what I'm saying
I
is I don't need to ask you every time I want to, or every time I have an idea.
Wait, do you ask me?
No, I need to give you the final product for approval if it's something that I want to do.
You don't need.
Okay, look.
Okay.
Trey, I have 10,000 ideas that run through my head.
It's ping pong ball.
Okay, you know what? That's rude.
That's not negative.
It's rude.
I
I'm
like
not a
playing ping pong.
I am a
Ping
very
pong's a fun game.
nice golden ping pong.
You call yourself whatever you want.
The point
you don't
is,
have to seek my permission.
The point is that I have a lot of ideas that run through my mind.
Okay.
And I don't need to necessarily discuss them all with you because it's not fair for you. You have your own life with your own goals and your own stuff going on with work. And I'm trying to put you into one of these categories of the 5 important people in your life. And it's not fair because you may not be in that state of moment or that state at that moment, okay, to be able to hear it.
Okay.
So I'll make this will make more sense whenever
kind of like the example of the peer.
Okay, for example, the first person that you need to have in your life of one of your 5 people would be your cheerleader.
Okay.
And this is your person that no matter what, they're going to believe in you, and they're going to believe in you when you don't even believe in yourself.
Can I be that person for you?
Sometimes you're a great cheerleader, and sometimes you just are like, no, why do you even want to do that? What does this look for us? How are you going to be home for dinner? What are we doing for dinner? I don't even know. So,
well, you got to throw dinner in there. I say other things too.
Well, whatever. But sometimes, yes, you're a fantastic cheerleader.
Thank
but
you.
It depends on your mood.
Oh.
But
well, there you go.
But if I had a friend and that she's my cheerleader,
or he,
and I can things you could just be. I'm not gonna have another guy cheerleader. I mean, I don't know. This is really getting awkward. Anyway, you need everybody.
I understand what you're saying.
Everybody needs a cheerleader in their life. Somebody
Agreed.
who believes in them no matter what. And you are a wonderful cheerleader to me. You always have been. But there are times that I might need a backup cheerleader.
Agreed.
Okay, so let's say that. All right.
Agree.
Number 2, a mentor. Somebody to point you in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
A mentor's job is to point you in the direction that you should go.
I more
It-
corral you.
Yeah, he's trying to corral me. I'm like, no, stop it. But if you have a mentor that's here and then a mentor that's there and a mentor that's over there, they're all going to be pointing you in different directions and you're going to be very confused. You're going to
Agreed.
be kind of going in
Need one.
circles. You really just need one mentor. Number 3, you need a coach. And
Yep.
this was my epiphany moment. It was the coach part. I was also expecting you to be my cheerleader, but I was also wanting you to be my coach in that moment. And
Okay.
what I do with Bonnie,
Gosh, she's been amazing.
what I do with Bonnie is I discuss many of the ideas, and Bonnie is non-biased. Okay. So she's going to kindly pull me into a place of grounding
Yes.
where she can say, okay, that's a wonderful idea, Amy. Do you think that maybe that would be something you would like to do now? Well, what would that look like? You would have to drop these other things. And then I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. And then guess who's coming up with the saying, yeah, you're right. Me. Not her saying, Amy, why would you want to do that? You are so ADD. Just bring it back. Bonnie is paid to be my coach. And maybe having a coach is not something that is affordable to you at the moment. You can have a friend that is your coach that you guys trade off with each other. But the cool thing is or the good, no, excuse me. The key thing is that you need to make sure that you're in the right state of mind to give each other the time and the space when it's your turn to call. So if it's your
Makes sense.
turn to play coach, then you have to get in the right headspace and you get your stuff and your affairs in order. And then you get your notebook and you sit down on your computer with your friend, or y'all go out to coffee, and you are giving your friend your undivided attention to be their coach. And then,
Or accountability partner.
and that, well, now you're ahead of me, Trey.
I apologize.
And then reverse that for whenever your friend is your coach.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And your coach is the one that helps you get a little uncomfortable to help challenge you and make things happen. That's what a coach is going to do. Bonnie has helped me take 10,000 things that I've had in my mind and narrow them down to maybe 2 things to work on. And then the other things she showed me, you just kind of shelf it. And then she challenges me to move towards those goals that I've had.
It's been really cool.
Well, that's why we're here. That's why we're
I
here
know.
on this podcast, because Bonnie challenged me enough. I was scared. I mean, this is scary.
I was too. I didn't want to do it.
So
You listen to that first episode. I did not want to be here.
guess what I did whenever things are scary, subconsciously I put so many things in front of it so that it wouldn't
It
happen.
wouldn't happen. Yeah. It's almost like a self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage 100%.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's fear. And, I agree that the coach for you and me, I have my own story with the coach, but Bonnie's been amazing for you. And I'm glad that she's pushing you and directing you and guiding you.
Yeah. It's been awesome. Okay, and then 4, a friend. You need a friend that knows your deepest desires and your dreams. And this was something that hit me hard. They will never throw something back in your face. And sometimes, I mean, you can
Leaves me and you out, huh?
I don't know. I don't think so.
As we've gotten older, in our younger years,
Yeah.
we would have some choice words for each other.
But you know what, Trey? There are some people who maybe their husband is their mentor, maybe, or their wife is their mentor, or maybe, but they're not the coach, or maybe they are the coach, or maybe they're the friend, but they're not the mentor and they're not the coach. Maybe they're a cheerleader, but they're not the friend. So your spouse may be one thing, but not the other, or maybe a combination.
Of some of those things.
Or maybe your spouse is absolutely none of
them.
those.
Yeah.
So,
Agreed.
but it's important that you know that you having these relationships are very, very important. And your friend is going to just be your friend, but not
Unconditionally.
And they're not going to throw things back in your face from a while back. Well, you said this, and this. And it kind of can get a little yucky. So you know who your friend is. And then the next one is a peer. And this is someone who is in your same industry. Maybe you're a student and they're also a student in class. Maybe you work beside them. Maybe they're another sales rep on another team. But you guys are on the same playing field, and it's
Yeah,
somebody.
you can't call a peer someone that works in another industry, calls you about their industry, looking for advice about their industry. That's not a peer. That's a friend not understanding what that is. A peer is somebody that you would call within your own field
Right.
that you would want consulting with.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So a peer is important to have. So those are the 5 things: a cheerleader, a mentor, a coach, a friend, and a peer. And if you don't know who those people are in your life, maybe you look for them.
Agreed.
And it's interesting. I was looking at all this, and
Do you know all 5 of those?
do I know all 5? I could know all 5, yeah, if I sat down and looked at it. Yeah. I mean,
I'd have to think through my 5.
I guess my mentor would be Jesus. I mean, my
Drop the mic. Stop right there.
boom.
Walk off.
Jesus points me in the direction that I need to go. I'm still reading my Bible, my 365 days. I'm into it.
I'm almost caught up.
You're almost caught up?
Yep.
I'm totally into it. These guys,
I love it. I love the way they do it. It for someone like us that we go to read a chapter at night, and before we finish the 3rd page we're asleep. It helps our brains discern and understand and articulate kind of what's going on, because it starts out with a 5 to 7 minute video from the Bible Project that actually summarizes in a cartoon type form what the chapter's about, and then you literally, it's like having somebody read to you.
It really is.
I have them read to, they read to you and you follow along, and it takes less than 15 minutes.
Now I have to do mine in the morning.
So we kind of digressed onto another topic.
Yeah. And we've already talked about this with Lori. So.
Oh, I wasn't here.
Yeah, right. I know.
I was hunting.
My man.
I was bringing home the meat.
So, all right, to finish this up, I wanted to give you some ideas of things that you can do to have fun with your family that are good old fashioned fun. And, it's a little related to the topics that we talked about. We talked about happiness and being joyful no matter what. And I feel like these activities have brought so much joy to our life in the years past. Number one would be roller.
Is this in any order?
Yeah, this is
random.
This
not like the number one choice.
Right. This is just in any order. These things are cheap, they're old fashioned, and they're just good family fun. Okay. So the first thing is roller skating.
Okay.
My friend and I went roller skating this week, and we had so much fun. I mean, we were like, beat it, kid, and we're like roller skating through, and our kids.
Rainbow roller rink.
We went to Rainbow Roller Rink in Conroe,
yeah.
And we were so we just were going around and around and around and around, and our kids were all worn out, but us moms, we just kept skating.
Love it.
It was so much fun. Okay, so roller skating, it's cheap and it's fun. Bowling.
Yep.
Bowling is one of those things. So it's just a good old classic fun. Everybody's involved.
Everybody can do it.
Cheering and
put the bumper rails up if you need it.
If you just you don't have to go to the big old things with the arcades and all that. Those are expensive. You can go to the good old fashioned bowling alleys.
Have a little contest. It's fun to compete.
Movie theaters. We love movie theaters. Movie theaters can get expensive now, but
especially family of 5 and you eat there.
Oh, I know. Well, a lot of these movie theaters, you eat there, and it gets really expensive. We
used to go to the gas station.
Like a good old fashioned little smuggle. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we brought in spaghetti?
Oh my God, Amy, you would literally go get to go and then bring it in this 30 something bag, and then we'd pull out these gourmet meals.
It's like spaghetti. Everybody's smelling like Buca di Beppo Italian.
And this is back at the Tinseltown days before they had the big chairs. I mean, it was like the normal chairs that you were sitting next to somebody with. So excuse me, sorry, let me grab this.
I got my, I've been on Whole30, so I'm bringing my own food. Well, I brought my food into the movie theater the other week, and they were searching bags, but this was at Regal Theater. And
How'd you
she
get it in?
looks in my bag, and it's a bag of bell peppers and a bag of chicken. And she was like, I just,
Go ahead.
you know what,
ma'am.
go. You bring healthy food, and they don't even know what to say. And my mom had a dog in hers.
I don't know how she got around.
She was like,
That was
she
hilarious.
just like half circles, scooch all around us, and then she moved. Okay,
Where do
jump
you get it
roping.
from?
Jump roping is so much fun if you do the
Jump roping?
yeah, the long jump rope,
Okay.
like double dutch.
Double Dutch. Okay.
Yes. So parents, if you don't want to jump, that's fine. You
Just
hold
twirl.
the jump rope. You and your other significant other, y'all do the jump rope, and then let your kid do tricks in the middle.
I don't
It's
think
fun.
I've actually done that since the jump rope for heart back in elementary.
Oh my gosh, I won that jump rope for heart.
Did you get it?
So good. Hide and go seek. Don't underestimate the power of a good hide and go seek game at your house, outside with your kids. Talk about adrenaline up. I mean, I don't care if your kids are in junior high, they will have an absolute blast.
Yeah.
Okay. A backyard camp out. We did that last year.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
We need to plan another one this year.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping inside, but
Yeah,
y'all
they can sleep
y'all,
outside.
you can sleep. You slept
I don't-
outside.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not.
You slept outside.
I did not.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, backyard camp out, super fun, and then you have all your stuff inside. Kids don't notice the difference. They don't care.
They think they're camping.
They think they're camping. Okay, miniature golf.
Love it.
That's another fun one. I'm actually super bad, so I think it's so boring, but whatever, I'll go for y'all. But it's still pretty good price.
Thank you so
and
much.
The kids have
I'll jump rope for you, honey.
Thank you. The trampoline. I don't know
that was
why
fun the other day.
the kids love it when we go out and jump on the trampoline with them.
Yeah, we haven't done that forever. And we did that, a couple days ago? And we were just playing little games and double bouncing each other. And
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun.
had a blast.
Okay, and then one of my absolute favorites is to pack a picnic and go to a state park. There
Yeah.
are state parks everywhere. If you go on your maps on your phone, type in state park, you're going to see tons of state parks all around the area.
Go hiking.
They're very inexpensive. I would get, if it's something you really want to commit to go visit all of them, maybe you make it like your goal for the year is to visit all the state parks within a certain radius of driving distance or something from your house. And you can get a family pass and you just go hiking and just go explore nature. And I mean, your kids will learn to have fun. If they are used to being at home on games or electronics or whatever, they're probably going to complain a little bit at first, but just keep pushing and they are going to, they'll eventually come around. So were you looking for something on your phone, Trey?
I'm just ignoring you. No, actually, I thought I made a list a long time ago of like all the things to do in the area. And easy. Was I not talking in the mic?
This is a really awkward moment of silence.
Well, you don't tell me what we're doing until we're here, so I could have been a little bit more prepared.
Can we cut all that out? Okay. So anyway, that is just some of the ideas I have for good old-fashioned, happy family fun to
Love
find
it.
your joy
Find your joy.
and find your friends of your mentor and your coach and your friend and your peer and your cheerleader. Because sometimes your husband gonna be in a bad mood.
And your wife put them in that bad mood.
Whatever. Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening to another episode of According to the Cassels with Amy and Trey. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. To stay up to date with the Cassels, follow Amy on Instagram at @acassels. Until next time, have faith, enjoy life, and love abundantly.